Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be sponsored by Dislyte. Dislyte is a new urban mythology RPG mobile game, and it's a different one. There is going to be some very interesting takes on what we normally expect out of the four mythologies within the universe, and as a result of that, we're getting some familiar characters with some very unfamiliar and unique appearances. But more about the Espers, which are those particular characters, in a little bit. For now, we're going to focus a little bit more on the music aspect of the game. The game itself is highly focused and centered around music in general. So the characters that you end up playing all have some sort of musical attributes, whether or not they're a singer, a DJ, whether or not they're part of a band or something to that effect. But it's all baked into the way that the game is played. As a direct result of that, the menus themselves, as well as the fights that you end up encountering, have great music throughout. The beats are popping, and honestly, I use headphones when I play this game all the time because it just sounds so good. Alright, so headed into the Espers, you can see that it gives you a full list of all the characters available. Now, the first thing you're going to see when you get into here for me is my legendary character. I've only recently unlocked this guy. So Li Ling is a fighter, as you can see in the top right up here. One of the cool things about the way that they've detailed the game is they've gone a very traditional RPG approach, which is that you get fighters, you get support classes. So you're going to get some classes that buff, you're going to get some classes which heal, you're just going to have outright damage dealers, you're going to have some classes that are a little bit more orientated around defense and whatnot. So generally speaking, it'll outline the abilities here, which you can click on and you can see exactly what your abilities will do. Generally speaking, your third ability is going to be your strongest ability, either a big heal, maybe some big damage, or anything close to that. We've got multiple characters that you can unlock. As you can see here, I've got several. When you ultimately unlock more characters, you can build a team, you can base them around a certain fighting style and ultimately choose what's best for you in terms of what you want to do. You can have more healers, you can have more fighters, you can go with brute strength, you can go with more of a support build. So yeah, let's get into some gameplay. Okay, so jumping into some of the gameplay side of things, if we click into the story mode, we get met with my current story progress. We can go back into the map on the bottom right here, which shows you a little bit more about the rest of the chapters I've completed to this point. At the moment, I'm on chapter 5, so we'll jump into that in a second. But as you can see, you work your way across the map all the way until right up until chapter 12, which is going to be the final chapter. So still got a ton of gameplay left to go. Let's jump into chapter 5 right now, and I can show you exactly a little bit more about the fight itself. So when you jump in, you can choose the latest encounter. When you're in that encounter, you get to look at your particular squad. So this is the squad setup I'm going with. So I've pretty much got 3 fighters with 2 sort of support builds in there. But again, you can mix and match these. You can swap characters in and out really easily and interchange exactly how you want to go about everything itself. Obviously, my legendary character is going to be my captain in this instance. The captain will give you a buff. So if I just swap these around, you can clearly see that if I choose a different character as the captain, who's of a lesser quality, a lesser ability, that attack percentage is going to drop. So it's really important that you maximize the way that your group is laid out in order for you to actually achieve the highest percentage possible. Let's jump into a fight. So as you load in, you're going to immediately see the following screen and the following layout. You can see the aesthetics of the characters in front of you. Obviously, your 5 are in front of you, the following 5 are the other side. The turn-based aspect of the game is very interesting because you can see down on the bottom here, there's a bar which indicates player turns. Now, this bar is going to decide who goes next and who attacks where. So really important to keep an eye on this because you can really win some clutch fights based on knowing what abilities are going to come up, knowing what characters you can use. So I'm going to start off immediately with Liang and fire into some insane AoE damage. And as you can see here, total damage coming up on the left hand side, already up at 15,000. he does insane damage. My support character here, which you'd expect to see some support-based damage coming from, is insane as well. Throws out a huge AoE ability there for 6,500 coming from a support, which I think is insane. One of their abilities comes back, barely does anything to me. I'm going to fire up with some huge aerial AoE coming from one of my range characters, 6,200 damage. I'm just popping. At this point, I think realistically, AoE could be the way still to go, but I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to carry on going in to see if I can pick off some characters. But actually, what's going to happen here is I think I'm going to get the triple KO coming on the back here, and let's see if this happens. Oh, the triple KO. You absolutely love to see it. You love to see it. So yeah, that's my first fight done and out. Some of the animations you'll see from within the characters themselves, as well as the end screens, are brilliant. As you can see, the battle results there. I've won some gems, won some coins. I've actually beaten my previous record as well, which is awesome. Yeah, as you can see there, I've got some experience to boot as well. Explore the infinite miracle, go beyond your limit and get rewards, go legendary. Let's take a look at that right now. So again, constantly unlocking little things here and there, which I think is fantastic. So let's get in here and see if I can unlock anything. This is new to me as well, so fantastic that I get to go through it with you guys. So hopefully this will be something which is interesting and something I can show you. Let's see what we got here. So we're looking at so the rewards aspect here we can go over in a second. Hopefully I'll be able to show you some of the rewards and how they work. The gold records are going to be how you roll and ultimately achieve some new characters in the game. Looks like we've got potential enemies. They look like they're lower than the ones we're previously fighting. Looks like we're going to receive this particular set of loot here. We're going to go with the usual squad here. So this is pretty much my usual squad layout. Where is that? There we go. That's it. And then we'll get into the battle. Let's see what happens here. This is going to be the first time I'm experiencing this particular one. Looks like it's a one-wave fight. So if you look up the top here, you can see the waves that you're actually going to be fighting against. So it's just going to be a one and done here. So I think we're going to get this in the bag, to be honest with you. Huge AoE to start. Again, 12,000 damage, a little bit on the lower end here. These guys must have a little bit more defense. Again, though, all of my characters just focus on that AoE damage. And, well, I mean, these guys are already wiped out. We've got a little heal coming out there that I don't think is really going to do anything at this point. Might keep this guy alive, but I think the other two are going to drop. Perfect, and it's just going to be some single target damage coming out here towards the end. So we're going to buff ourselves potentially at some point as well. A little bit later down the line, something I want to focus on is creating some new buff aspects within my team, because I know that if I was to buff my main legendary, I mean, he's going to do some insane damage. So let's just finish off this character and let's claim some loot, and then I can show you quickly a little bit of the upgrade of that. So yeah, nice and easy. Great. Let's get into the victory screen. As you can see there, battle results. There's a next stage option, but I'm going to leave that now. Go to home. We're going to go into my espers here. And I go into my legendary. We're going to go into growth like we showed earlier. Go into advancement. When we're in the advancement pane, we can add this particular one, and as you can see straight away, my legendary character is going to go from level 17 to level 18 with a 400 upgrade. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? So yeah, that's a little bit of the upgrade aspect. As you can see there, then it shows all those base stats being boosted up. You absolutely love to see it. He's not even my strongest character in terms of the level, and yet the amount of damage he's doing is insane. While we're on the topic of this, I may as well now show you some of those gold records aspects that we were looking at earlier. So we're going to jump into to this menu here, and as you can see, we've got a spin option. We've got a 10 spin option here, so we're going to spin 10 times. These gold records are something you accumulate throughout the game. You can also purchase them if you wish, but you do get them passively from just finishing the levels. So let's jump in, spin 10 times, see if I can get something as a result. Come on. Ooh, pink means epic, so that's always a good start. This will be the first time I've done a 10 spin, by the way. I'm not actually sure what this is even going to look like. I've always spun one at a time before, so quite excited to see 10 as a result. So I'm assuming it's just going to go through them. So we've got a couple of blues here, a couple of characters I've never seen before. Wow, these are looking amazing. See the drums aspect there? Always a little bit of music involved with some of these characters. Amazing. No, oh, there we go. There's the epic at the end. Oh, wow, look at this animation. Amazing. That's so good. So good. So there's all the espers I just unlocked, and I also got 100 100 gems as well at the end. Okay, so now we're a little bit more accustomed to how we're approaching the game. Let's jump into how it can benefit you as something you can passively do while you're doing something else. Now, what do I mean by this? So if we jump into the story, for example, let's get into what is considered to be my latest battle. Let's jump right in. When we get into this battle, some of the options you have on the right hand side are going to be the auto battle option and the speed option. Now you can run it as ×1, choose the auto battle, and this is just going to play for you. This is going to grind out the levels for you. It's going to cast your abilities. It's going to AI control your fight, and it's going to smash through your enemies without you even having to touch it. So you could be sat there, you could be watching TV, you could be doing whatever you want. You could be doing homework, you could be doing work, whatever. This game is just going to play for you in the background and then allow you to play some of the later cooler levels, some of the boss fights, and then as a result of that, then you can turn up the speed as well, make this even faster. So as you can see there, the animations are much quicker, the fights are going to be much quicker, the speed at which you gain experience is going to be much quicker. So as you can see, my team is just decimating here in the background. I'm not even touching a thing. I don't need to touch a thing. I can rely on this magical button to just carry me through. And as you can see there, a little boss at the end here is getting absolutely smashed. KO for the finish, and I didn't lift a finger. Amazing. Alright then, so let's get down into the trials menu. We went into the trials menu earlier and saw the infinite miracle option, but let's take a look at the ritual miracle in this instance. This is going to be boss fights. Now, this is something which I've thoroughly enjoyed so far. I've only done level 1 and 2, so we're going to give level 3 a crack here. As you can see, we're fighting a boss called Kronos. This guy is huge. He is a very cool looking boss. So this boss is level 25. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to do this. My team is significantly under 25 for the majority, so this is going to be a real tough fight if I can manage to pull this out of the bag. So, yeah, I think this is the correct team for me going ahead. And I guess let's just get into it. So, I'm going to take control here from the start. We're going to start off. I'm not going to go with the auto option here. I think that the boss options are really fun for you to do yourself. So, the auto fight option should only really be used, in my opinion, for like the grinding aspect of the game. This is where you want to get involved yourself and really have some fun. So, we've got 3 waves of monsters here that I need to fight already. Kind of worrying me. It's a lot of monsters I need to kill here, but luckily I'm doing some huge AoE damage straight off the bat here, and none of them are even going to touch my guys before my first rotation of attacks. So boom, wave 1 down. Going into wave 2, again we've got 3 monsters. We've obviously got a bigger monster at the back there, so I'm going to put some focus on him here. I know that my number 2 ability here from my legendary character does immense damage for single target. Wow, that guy just got crushed. I'm going to buff up my team here, so I'm actually going to buff up there as well, just so there's a little bit more protection moving into this boss fight. Again, just some single target damage going out here now, because as you can see, these guys are a lot tougher this time around. They don't need to heal or anything here, so again, I'm just going to throw out some damage. No heal needed in that particular section. May as well keep it, hold it back for a time where I do need it. Big single target again. Oh, I've got the AoE here. Now, I'm not going to use this because I don't think it's needed in this instance. So I'm going to finish off the last guy, make sure there is no opportunity for him to do damage to me. And then I should have a heal up as well then going into the final boss fight, which is obviously going to be wave 3. I should just finish off these guys with that. Oh, sliver of health. He just goes. Thank God. Okay, boss fight coming in. Boss fight coming in. Look at the size of Kronos. You know, really insane size on that character. So we're going to go here. See what we can do. Oof. Huge damage on the boss. But these side guys are taking a beating. Can I focus on the boss here for my attacks? I think I can. So let's do that. We're going to throw out some more AoE though, because while we can, we may as well. May as well throw out that AoE. Again, focus on the back line. Really put some focus on the boss here, and hopefully get some big damage. 75% already, so he's taking some good damage. These side mobs, I don't know if they're buffing the boss or anything, but they seem to have a lot of health, and they're not attacking me back at the moment. So let's hope they stay that way, because I don't know. If they hit as hard as they don't take any damage, we're in for trouble. Again, no heal required here, so I may as well just go in for some damage. Really poor amount of damage from the healer, but what can you expect? Now we're going to do some big single target on the back line. 66% health currently. Wow, Big single target damage there now. Let's see what he does back. Ooh, big crit on the back line. Oh, wow. I really need to get that guy healed straight away. Otherwise, that could be really nasty for me. Let's get a buff on him, see if that can help him survive as well. And then let's go for more single target on the boss here. Again, I'm just focusing on the boss. These ads on the side, they seem to be tanky. Really tanky. So I don't think it's a point in attacking them at the moment. They don't seem to be doing much to me. Let's get that heal off. Yes. Top him up on the back. Boom. Look at that. It's like a 60% heal. Oh, more damage coming out here. Wow, that seemed to be way more than the first. Yeah, look at that. 3, the back line. Oh, they did attack this time. Okay, okay. Alright, 25% down to 18% here. Oh, this is going to be close on this wave. I may lose 1 or 2 characters here, but ultimately I think this is going to be a kill. Yep, this could be it. There it is. There it is. And you know, you don't need to attack the side minions by the looks just to get the boss kill at the end and to get the reward. So what is the reward for this one? Let's take a look here. Let's open up this chest. Oh, nice. 2 more relics. More relics to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So once again, thank you very much to Dislyte for sponsoring the video. Check out the link in the description for more information on the game.